Morning. I'm going to try to get through this pretty quickly. This is the 5E3, Fender 5E3 that I've built from Ableton stock plugins. The philosophy here is that I don't want a lot of menu diving. I want something that represents the amplifier right beside me in the room that I'm working in. I don't want it to be a complete recording studio solution. I just want it to be an amplifier. 5E3 has two channels. One is for the instrument and the other is for the microphone. Both instrument and microphone have a high and a low, and that's why we've got in the input, you can see that we have a selector, and so we're going to be on the high, the bright, high, and low, and then the normal 2, normal high, and normal low is 3, and that moves through, that selector moves through all 4. I've got a preamp drive which replicates the 12AY7 preamp saturation, so it takes the amp from clean and dynamic to rich with singing overdrive. That's something that I picked up using adverts and stuff online. But it's kind of true, it does do all that sort of thing. Right now you can see I'm in the Neil Young clean, so I'll come off that for a second. Go to Cortez lead and come back to Neil Young clean. And that sort of recalibrates it from the Ableton variations. That's totally clean. You notice I haven't got any reverb at the moment. I wanted you to hear the amp without reverb. Of course, I could also show you that that's the clean sound, nothing coming in. So there's not a great variation between the Neil Young clean and the totally off position, except now it's all a little bit brighter, but now that we've got the amp on and we're on the bright high at the moment, I can boost the drive a little bit. And when I start to play into it, you can hear that I'm getting a little bit of bite. Moving forward, tone literally does what you would imagine it does. It rolls off. It's a high cut filter, and it rolls off the highs as you bring it back, high frequencies as you bring it back. And I can demonstrate that with, do that again, and do it again, just so we can, it's doing absolutely everything that it should. Instrument volume is self-explanatory. Got the volume right down. So I've got that adjustability. Bring it back up again. And I can do that. Now I am in the bright and high. Why don't I go over to the microphone just for a moment. Microphone will be 2. If I play it, we're not getting anything. Bring up the mic volume. It needs to have the instrument volume also engaged. And you can hear there's quite a... Bring that back now to... and you can see it kind of muddies it up a little bit. Don't mind that, actually. It muddies it up. And sorry, they're not actually independent. They're dependent upon each other. That was a mistake that I made just before. So you need to have the volume engaged and then bring up the mic volume. Where it gets really interesting is with the jumper. A big feature of the 5E3, the original, is that if you engage it, it gives you a jumpered tweed deluxe sound. Basically, it's raw and rich and full of texture. Now, at the moment, the jumper is off. It's just with the nature of the macros. I don't have switches. Maybe if I built this in Max, I would, but at the moment, we're in Ableton, and there's a reason for that, because this works across all forms, all versions of Ableton, not just the live suite. Put it on, so in the off position. Now, I'm going to bring my volume down just a little bit. it starts to kick. It really does. It's a lot of fun. All right, sag, moving forward, sag is compression. I'll do that same progression again. Beautiful. Let's put compression on it. Bang, you can really lay into it now. So it's what they call the classic tweed sound. It's compressed feel, and it kind of breathes and all that kind of stuff when you're playing. Fair enough. And it does, and you can hear it as well. Really compress the hell out of it. Doing everything that it should do. Remember, the whole idea, and this is why I'm doing this, is that you don't need anything else. You don't have to open up the macro. In fact, I'm not even going to open up the macro during this demo, and because I don't want it to be something that's open, covers the whole chain area that you can look at in Ableton. We've got a bright tone or bright control on it. That's just to give a little bit of extra cut. It's something that I added. It wasn't on the original. And just, it's subtle, but it's there. Grit and drive, take away the grit and drive for a minute. I'm going to bring back the preamp as well. And this was something that I added into it. I added it in because for a clean sound, I wanted that option that if I am playing clean, so when I boosted the volume from my playing, I wanted there to be a little more grit, and that's exactly what it's doing. I'm not going to go through the presets because they can be changed in any way that you want. I'll maybe give you a quick demonstration of that in just a moment. The final macro is the tuner. This is something that I added because I think it's kind of handy, and that's the only way, or the only time I would, I'll take away the presets for a minute, that's the only time I'd want to open it up. Clicking here, opening up, and then clicking on tuner, and you can see we've got a tuner. But it's not doing anything, and all I have to do is to actually engage the tuner, and I'll defeat the signal. And there I am. Always out of tune, this guitar. Just basically do that a little bit to tidy it all up. Strings are so old, and I really need to work on these tuning heads. Bang, bang, that's pretty good. Which I can obviously hear, maybe even you can hear that through the microphone. Bang, we're there, take it away again, don't want it. There's the amplifier, and bring that one up. And then, of course, you can get something Cortez lead, pretty appropriately named. That's the 5E3. I've got 10 of these fellas coming out. They're all together in one pack. There's a download link. Whoops, sorry about that. There's a download link beneath this video, and check them out. I'm more than welcome, and I hope you enjoy what I'm presenting for you. Catch you later. Bye.